Hello, good morning everyone. This is your teacher Tushar Agarwal. Now friends, let us continue with the chapter Introduction to Computer Networks. Now let me first revise what we have done in the previous session. In the previous session, I told you about the internet, what is internet, how it is working, how it evolves. Means ARPANET is the first network that is used by government agencies. Then how does it works? Then there are some applications. We have studied two applications till now: World Wide Web, or called as web, and email. Today I am going to tell you about chat and VoIP. VoIP means voice over internet protocol. So this is www, or World Wide Web. Now internet and World Wide Web are different things. Now let me move on to next. There is a term called URL. URL is the document of the address of the document. It is having three things. First is your protocol, second is your domain name, and the next is your file name. Now domain name system, friends, these are very important terms. You must study them. The domain name system translates human readable domain to machine IP address. Now again, URL. Email. Email stands for electronic mail, or email is information stored on a computer that is exchanged between two users. Now what various features of email, I am repeating it for you: automatic and default reply to messages, auto forward and redirection of messages. You can store messages for a long time, even with the date and time they are stored. Now there are some basic functionalities of email. Then email address. What email address consists of: a username separated by a separator and a mail server. Now email client. Email clients are some software programs that are used to manage users' email, such as your Outlook is best one. Now web-based email. Web-based email means Gmail, Yahoo Mail, Hotmail, Rediff Mail. It is a service intended to be primarily accessed via a web browser. Now how email works, I have told you this thing: SMTP and POP3. We have discussed two things: a simple mail transfer protocol and post office protocol 3. So today we are going to talk about chat. Oh, what a big smile on your face is chat, which we used to do every day. But friends, do we know what is the importance of chatting? Now chatting is the other method for internet conversation. It enables people connected everywhere, anywhere in the part of the world to join live discussions. Means if we want to say anything to other, we can just write in the form of a message and send it to the person concerned. Now chat sessions allow many users to join in the same free form conversation, usually centered around a discussion topic. Means we are having a topic and we want to discuss it with a lot of people, then we can go through the chat process. They can put up their opinions, they can put up their various ideas. Now there are several chatting softwares, that is MSN Messenger, Yahoo Messenger, IRC, Pidgin. Now WhatsApp is one of the most important software which we are using today. Now how chatting software works? It is an important question ना, कि how जो हम chat कर रहे हैं वो chat होती कैसे है? Now how chatting software works: for each chat window, a session is created at the chat server. Now this is also based on client server model. Now for each chat window, means you have started a chat, a separate window is created, a session is created by the server to message. Means a sender is there, a receiver is there, so that sender can send the message and receiver can receive the message among the clients of common windows. Each session works as a thread at chat. Now there is a term called thread. Thread means link. In internet or in this computer networks, we call thread as the links. Now each session works as a link at chat server. There can be single thread or a multiple thread. So in the diagram you can see that client 1 is sending message to the chat server, client 3 is sending message to the chat server. Now chat server, client 2 is sending. So chat server is creating different sessions for different chats created at different times. Each session works as a thread at the chat server. Now these may be multiple threads, chat sessions at chat server. Now coming on to the next part, which is VoIP, voice over internet protocol. Now friends, it is nothing else but we are making calls through the internet connection instead of regular this phone lines. It is known as voice over internet protocol. The voice over internet protocol service convert our voice into digital signal that travels over the internet. Yes friends, our voice is converted to the digital signal. If we are calling from a regular phone, the signal is converted into regular telephone signal before it reaches the destination. Now VoIP allows you to make a call directly to a computer, a special VoIP phone. In addition, wireless hotspots in locations such as airport, park, cafes allow us to connect to the internet. Friends, we are using Zoom. It is also a voice over internet protocol. We are using WhatsApp call. It is also a voice over internet protocol. We are using Hangouts. That is also voice over internet protocol. So friends, there are a lot of examples of voice over internet protocol. Its advantages: less cost. Obviously it will cost us less if we will call directly from the internet. Only the internet charges are to be paid, which we pay one time or just like that. Accessibility: yes, accessibility is a great function. Flexibility: yes, we can merge as many as people as we want. Voice quality is very clear depending upon the internet. Extra or less expensive features: yes, it's containing less expensive features. Not disadvantages: it is totally dependent on internet connection required. Yes, it is totally dependent on the requirement of the internet connection. Power outages, emergencies, latency. Nowadays we are using mobile phones. It may happen that our mobile phones are not charged and we will get these kinds of problems. Now next is, who invented VoIP? Yes, it is an Israeli product. Yes, Israel. Two young Israeli computer scientists, Alon Cohen and Yair Hamati, invent an audio transmitter service that can send and receive voice data in real time over the internet. Real time means at the present. In 1995, again, Cohen and Hamati's company VocalTech develops the first internet telephone software known as VoIP client. In 1996, the first version of VoIP calls H323 and SIP are published. Now in 2002, the final version of SIP is published as international standard RFC 3261. 2003, the Skype is launched. Yes friends, Skype is launched. Now Skype is the first, I think, best software that allows voice over internet protocol along with the videos. Now in 2011, Microsoft buys Skype for over 8.5 billion and its partners. Facebook announces that it will incorporate Skype video calls into chats between Facebook friends. Now Facebook is just another world for the people. Now Skype announces 663 registered users, 663 million. In 2004, WhatsApp, the popular mobile messenger, announces a new version of incorporating voice over internet protocol. In 2016, Skype announces that its mobile apps have been downloaded 1 billion times. Now look at the journey of the voice over internet protocol. In 1994, it was developed by two young scientists, Israeli scientist Alon Cohen and Yair Hamati. They invented a transmitter that receives over the internet. In 1995, they termed their company as VocalTech. In 1996, the first version of VoIP call signaling standards and SIP are published. The final version of SIP is published as International Standard RFC 3261. In 2003, Skype is launched. Microsoft buys Skype for this 8.5 billion, and its partner Facebook announces that it will incorporate Skype into video calls. 2004, WhatsApp, the popular mobile messenger, announces a new version incorporating voice over internet protocol voice calling. Skype announces that its mobile apps have been downloaded 1 billion times. Now just look at the services. Now we will look at the services provided by the VoIP. It will provide phone to phone. PC to phone means your system to phone or laptop to phone. voice to email, IP phone, toll-free numbers, call center applications, and unified messaging, etc. Now, protocols used for voice over internet protocol are session initiation protocol, that is known as SIP. Next is H323, real-time transport protocol, that is known as RTP, real-time transport control protocol, RTCP, secure real-time transport protocol, SRTP, session description, SDP. So these are the protocols on voice over protocol, voice over internet protocol, session initiation protocol, which is connection management protocol developed by ETF, means it is managing the connections. Now H323, one of the first VoIP call signaling and control protocols that found widespread implementation. Real-time transport protocol, real-time transport control protocol, secure real-time transport protocol, session description protocol. Now next is our question, how a VoIP works. Now once you initiate a VoIP call, the following three categories or scenarios take place. When we make a phone call, our signals get converted to digital packets. Now I told you that packets are the messages that are sent over the internet. Messages are in the form of packets. Those packets travel via the internet until they reach their final destination, okay, called party. Means the final destination is called the party. At least the packets convert back to the वॉइस सिग्नल्स. तीन चीजें हुई, पहला हमने अपनी वॉइस को डिजिटल में कन्वर्ट किया, डिजिटल पैकेट्स में. नाउ दीज डिजिटल पैकेट ट्रेवल ओवर द इंटरनेट to their final destination. At last the packet convert back to the voice signals. During the scenario 2 and 3, means this traveling of packets and converted, what happens, the originated call travels via internet over the provider's server, which our VoIP provider receives the call and bypasses it to a terminator. That is another provider, often a local exchange carrier, anybody at destination. The terminator receives the signal and delivers it to the desired number. Now how VoIP calls, I have tried to get PC to PC call. Now a caller via internet modem is connected. Now through internet it has sent a message to the internet modem of other and the receiver. So VoIP carrier will carry these messages. Now voice messages have been to digital signals, again from digital to. Now PC to mobile call, the same thing will happen, only the scenario towards this, because in PC we are having POP termination carrier, then a tower we called cellular network, okay, and then the mobile phone. Now common examples of VoIP are Nextiva, Aircall, Zuper, Skype, WhatsApp, Google Hangouts, Viber, Facebook Messenger, Google Meet, Zoom, you can say GoToMeeting. There are so many websites, so many VoIP apps that we are discussing today. So these are some of the. Skype and WhatsApp are basically used mostly in the world for the purpose of VoIP, right? So let me throw some light again from the starting what we have studied today. And from my part, this is internet and chapter is completed. Now chatting is the another method for internet conversation. It enables people connected anywhere on the internet to join live discussions. Chat sessions are allowed. There is as many as chat sessions are there, as many sessions are created. Diagram shows chat 1 is message, chat 2 is this, chat 3 is this. Now VoIP, voice over internet protocol, is a technology that allows us to make voice calls using a broadband connection instead of a regular phone line. Now advantages are less cost, accessibility, flexibility, voice quality, extra expensive feature. Disadvantages: reliable internet connection required, power outages, latency. Now who invented VoIP? There are two young Israeli scientists, Cohen and Hamathi. In 2003, the main thing, Skype is launched. In 2011, Skype is bought by this Microsoft. In 2014, WhatsApp, the popular, announces a new session. 2016, Skype announces mobiles. Now VoIP works. It works in three methods: digital packets, traveling, and conversion. Now there are the examples. Okay, so friends, this is all from this chapter. Thank